Wow, Brie, I have to say, it has been so crazy lately, so chaotic, just being back at WWE and all the nonstop travel and appearances. And I love it all so much. It's just so wild to be right back into it.
Oh, I bet. Well, I have been busy with the kids and this summer because we're in the mountains. I feel like I've been doing a lot of driving, going back and forth to the tasting room, dealing with the chickens, all my garden beds, and
Those chickens.
those chickens and kicking off my new series. Hi, my name is Bree. So we've both
Yeah.
been definitely busy, but in our own ways.
Yeah. And, I really want to dive into it because we did have such a crazy past week, even 10 days, both individually and together, as moms, as superstars, as gardeners, as YouTube personalities. But before
Right.
we get started, Brie, we both want to give such a big shout out to Xfinity Mobile for sponsoring today's episode. So as you all know, I've been back in the ring, back on planes and cars, and it's definitely been nonstop lately.
Oh yeah. And I mean, I have been in full blown mom mode the last few weeks. I mean, I'm hardly home, going back and forth between the kids and work. And when I say work, those chickens and that tasting room. But even with all the chaos in both our lives, I feel like we're constantly in touch.
That's right. I mean, our lives are booming, and luckily, our Wi Fi is booming too. So, with Xfinity Mobile, we get faster, secure Wi Fi speeds with the Wi Fi Power Boost, even when I'm on the go.
Oh, yes. I mean, that means calls, planning, and podcasting where we need it most. And Xfinity Mobile delivers premium quality without the premium price.
It's flexible, affordable, and keeps up with our schedule. So, whether it's a wrestling ring or a playroom, Xfinity Mobile keeps us connected. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. And thank you so much, Xfinity Mobile, for sponsoring today's episode. What up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Nikki and Brie Show. Hey, Brie.
Hey, Nikki. So you
So,
finally back home?
I am finally back home and it feels so amazing. It's like there's nothing like sleeping in your own bed,
Oh
right?
my gosh, sleeping in your own bed,
Making your own
showering, yeah,
coffee.
doing like showering in your own shower, the whole thing. It's the
I
greatest feeling.
know. It is. And then having your little ones by you, like just being back in the bed with Mateo and waking up with him and the snuggles and the love and the playtime,
Yeah.
all of it.
Oh, I
I
know.
missed it
I
all.
mean, I came back home to the mountains, which, we stay all summer and it feels like home up here. But even though I was like run down yesterday, I
Mhm.
was like, I haven't seen the kids forever. So I took a miniature golfing. I took them to go get ice cream. But I will admit, I woke up this morning. I actually felt it through the night. I woke up, but I have a really bad sore throat.
I
And
could hear
oh my God, my
it.
sinus area. I literally, in the middle of the night, I went, and I was like,
Oh,
man, you want
no.
not want to know what else, Nicole? Hold on. I got a cough, and the cough hurts my throat so bad. But I like to think, you know what, when you get this sick after a trip, it means you had a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
A
Right?
lot of fun.
Well, you know me, I was, like, run down that whole trip. I mean, you were there. I first get the injury, we will call it, even though it's
The
just
boober
whatever.
G.
The boober G, and because I couldn't fully, like, sneeze or cough, still can't, any of that, I'm still congested. I am so congested. The good thing is that's all I am. I think it's just because 'cause I'm partially was run down all week too. But, yeah, I've just full on still congested,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Well, and I came
We
home.
both sound so
We
nasally.
sound
Oh my
so nasally. And
gosh.
Brian's really sick. I mean, he's still sleeping. He is like,
Wow.
yeah, he's feeling awful. We actually slept in different rooms last night because the kids really wanted to sleep with me. And then he was just feeling so bad and then started to get a fever.
Oh my
I
gosh, you guys
know.
are really sick.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
Now I was
I
not,
thank God my house is not that.
yeah. Like right after New York, I did go to San Francisco to watch the Lumineers, which we'll get into
I know, I
later.
cannot wait to hear all
Oh my
that.
gosh. So I overdid it, but we had a crazy week, which SummerSlam always is. I feel like, and New York. SummerSlam, New York, it's like all you do is you just go, go, go.
Right, but a crazy but such a grateful
Oh
week,
my gosh, yeah.
right?
So much fun. I mean, I you started before me.
I started before you. I started in Detroit.
That's right.
I did Monday Night Raw in Detroit. That's where we had the badass 6-woman tag. Um, no, 8-woman tag.
Yeah.
8-woman tag. So the badass 8-woman tag. And then think I went from Detroit. I went and checked into my hotel, our hotel over at Central Park. Then from there, this was all on Tuesday. Had to take a car service to Connecticut. I filmed the Maybelline commercial till the evening, then came back, and then it was just city, Jersey, every day nonstop appearances, something, SummerSlam, fun, New York, whatever.
I mean, we did it. That's for sure.
We did it.
Well, I think it was really fun for me because I feel like I haven't been around the Bella Army in a long time. And
Mhm.
it was really fun to see them at the tailgate at SummerSlam. You know,
Mm.
the tailgate, I was very interested. How are we going to do a live podcast out of the tailgate? Because speaking to someone who's tailgated before, I know it gets very chaotic. And my last tailgate was at the NFC Championship for the Philadelphia Eagles, and that was crazy. So
Yeah.
I was like, this will be interesting. I know it's going to be loud and noisy and wild, but I feel like it was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. It did totally give you those pre-football vibes, but I feel like that is like how it is now, but just the chants, the energy. We were, even though it was still warm, but we were still lucky with weather. It was ended up being a gorgeous Saturday in New Jersey. It was so much fun to have Maxine on and then have Dolores. Like, I love the fact that she came out for that because she's a New Jersey queen,
Right.
right? Um, that was a lot of fun, and just to interact with the fans, it's like you and I are just such, what would you call? I'm trying to think of the word, but like we love athletics. Like we were born and raised tomboys. We love being in that athletic sports environment. And that's like what it felt like. That tailgate was just like, it brought me back to like when we go to Charger Raider games in tailgate before, and all that fun with the fans, and everyone has their favorite and everyone's rooting for
For
someone, and
sure.
the debates and the energy. Yeah.
Well, and I never thought I was someone who had ADD, but I will admit when I was doing the live podcast, I kept getting distracted because I'd see a really great outfit or someone yelled something and I'm nosy and I wanted to hear, like, you know what I mean? Did you feel the same?
Totally.
Like when we were even doing the DraftKings interviews, I just felt like people were probably like, is she paying attention? But I was so distracted the whole
Really?
time.
I didn't
You didn't know?
Well, I didn't feel that way with you at
Oh,
all, and I
good.
would tell you. I am But it is like you and I are just people watchers. So it was just fun to see all the cool outfits, all the things. So, yeah, but I didn't feel that
Oh,
way
got it.
with you at all.
I
But
mean,
I mean, I definitely just I was in it. Yeah. I was in it. Well, you have to think too, Brie, right before I met you, what people don't realize is I filmed that Papa John's SummerSlam spot, you guys. They had to rush me from inside the stadium to go live with Brie. By the time I got in my seat, we had 2 minutes till we were live on the radio.
well, I was sitting in the van waiting for you. And I'm like, Scott, can I just go sit in the seat and at least if like Nicole doesn't make it, I can start the show? So I was getting anxiety because I'm sitting waiting for you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and you and I didn't get to talk at all.
No.
But I was just like,
But it was
it
amazing.
was amazing. I mean, we were like literally
But I
watching the
agree.
seconds go down.
Well, when we were going over it, I they finally were like, "You guys, Nikki has to leave, so this has to be one take." By the time we were able to start filming, we could only take one take because it was like, "Hey, I'm about to go live on the radio for Sirius XM. I have to go." Which turned out to be so cute. And sometimes the one takes are the best.
For
Like when
sure.
you have that adrenaline rush and that energy of like, "All right, this is it. This is all we have."
I agree.
So it was great. But yeah, that's how Brie I felt. my whole week was from one thing to the next with no time in between, and dealing with, this bruising and this, whatever. I get an MRI tomorrow, so to know exactly what's going on. But to deal with that, feeling run down, and everything was just boom, boom, boom. I was like, whoa, I'm getting no time to take a breath.
Yeah, Claire, so Claire, who, she does our photography and some of our social videos, she's like, I think they like book every minute of your sister's day. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
She's like, I feel like she doesn't have a minute to spare. I'm like, this is how it is when you're back in it. Like,
Because so Claire, you guys, started with me in Connecticut on Tuesday. So Claire was with me all week, but then Emily and Zach were getting married, which yay to Emily and Zach.
I
So they
know.
run our tasting room and everyone knows them. They just got married this past weekend in Lake Tahoe. They're on their honeymoon right now. That's why Bonita Bonita, have had the doors closed for the past 2 weekends. So Claire had to leave. She was, you all saw, she was with me at the Fanatics appearance when we got to see the Bella Army. She was with me there, had to go straight to the New Jersey airport. She took a flight to Reno, shot Emily and Zach all day in Lake Tahoe, got back on a flight Sunday morning to come back to make it for our Bonita Bonita event and Monday Night Raw with me. And so she and I, we went to the airport together early Tuesday morning. And I was like, I felt bad because when I had to tell her, I go, Claire, so we need to meet at 3:45
Oh
a.m.
my gosh.
in the lobby. And she was like, how do you do this? I'm like, I got to go home and be a mom. I always take the first flight out because less chance of delays.
Yeah.
I got to get home to baby boy. So when we were driving over together, and then when we got through security and we had like a little second to eat, she goes, I am so beyond drained. She's like, how do you do this? And we were just talking about the week because she was like, how did you do all that? And then what people don't realize is like how much pain I was in the whole time. I mean, Brie, you saw. I was on heating pads. I had patches on, like anytime in between in my room. Um, but yeah,
Right.
Claire was definitely like, I go, Claire, are you going to sleep the next week? And she's like, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Well, and you
this is
also got to
crazy.
find time to work out. Maybe if you need a little tan, you never know. There's other little things that are in that mix. But, before we get into SummerSlam and how incredible our suite was and how many margaritas I drank, we have some fan questions that I want to ask you that are really fun. We pulled them off social media. This first one, I'm actually very excited to hear your thoughts on. So,
Mm.
that photo that went viral with you and the fan from Fanatics?
Where it looks like I'm getting pounded from
Yeah.
behind. Is
So
that even
the
appropriate to
the
say?
gentleman you took the photo with is Brian Lemma.
Yeah.
But so I didn't even get to talk to you yet about it, but I remember I was like scrolling. I don't know. I was taking my time, drinking my like strawberry matcha latte, and I'm like, what the? I'm like, didn't Nikki let someone like just hold her that tight from behind?
Okay. Well, I do feel like from now on, there's going to have to be a no prom pose rule
I agree. I agree.
after this photo. But I will say he had an incredible story. He asked very politely about doing a prom photo. I've done it a bunch. You guys, I didn't feel anything. It wasn't like, it never felt inappropriate. It didn't feel like what the photo looks like.
Yeah. You just
So,
did a pelvic thrust right when they said three, two,
but I
one.
think that was his posture.
Oh,
But
maybe.
maybe I feel like it was his posture, and those pants of mine were kind of baggy. They kind of stuck out. So, how sometimes photos get distorted?
Okay.
I honestly feel like that's what, because I would be honest and I would literally go straight to my rep like, "Hey, that was really inappropriate." Like, I felt stuff. I didn't have that at
Okay.
all. So, and he was actually, I mean, unless I'm getting played, but he had a very, very sweet story. He's watched us Brie from day one. He was very sweet. So
Okay.
I won't
All
even
right,
comment on
Brian.
it.
All right.
I know because I saw like the page where it had like, I think what, like 1,000 comments. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to get involved
I
in
like read
this.
so many of them.
But I will admit, when I saw the photo, I had to like go back and be like, did I like, did I ever feel like I was treated inappropriately?
No,
Did
you would have
I feel
spoken up.
anything? But I would have spoken
You
up.
would have
And
spoken
so
up.
that photo is more like kind of distorted than it actually was. And that can kind of
Yeah.
happen, you know.
Well, now you
But
know why
so,
some people make rules because things go
well, I feel
viral
like
for no
now,
reasons.
right. And I feel like now after that, lesson learned, because I do prom photos a lot with people. I'm just now that's going
No
to be a
prom.
no. It's going to be a no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have another question.
Uh oh.
This is from Jada in Philadelphia. Nikki and Brie, the live stream tailgate at SummerSlam was so fun. Will you be doing more live shows like that? P.S. I think Brie mode won the chant game. LOL.
Mm.
I agree with you,
Bremo's chant
Jada.
was loud.
It was loud. People like chanting
Bremo,
Brie mode.
they
They
do.
feel it.
I love the live show. I think, you know what's really fun is because you have Busted Open and now we have this incredible series, you know, the Wrestling
Nation.
24/7. What
Hmm.
is it? Yeah, Wrestling Nation 24/7. I think it's really fun to have the feminine touch, to hear from the women, and then our WWE female superstars come on really excited to be with you and I, and
Right.
then you and I, because we are also mainstream. We bring in people like Dolores, people that we know are really big in these areas. Like I'm working on right now to have a really special guest with me for Philly Raw. But what's cool is like the fans had so much fun with it. We have fun with it. We're big fans ourselves of wrestling, so I think it's really cool when you bring in the feminine touch, and we're like the good warm up before Busted Open comes on. Do you
For
know what I
sure.
mean?
We're the good opening act. I also feel like we thrive live. I don't know
We
what it
do
is.
thrive.
It like you and I sometimes I'm like we should have been like the Leo signs cuz like the minute
Yeah.
someone cheers or gives us a good reaction we get like real worked up.
Yeah.
So we definitely like thrive live. So yes, Jada, for sure. We're going to be doing more
Yeah,
live
well,
stuff.
because remind me, we'll bring that back around when we talk about Monday Night Raw. I don't wanna get us out of, you know, where we always tend to get all over the place, but remind me to talk about the Thrive on Live from Monday night.
Okay, last question and then we're going to talk about how much fun we had in the suite. Nikki, I love the red lip you wore at SummerSlam. I need it for my wedding. Can you tell me the brand and shade? From Amber.
Ooh, Amber. Um,
Was it
I'll
the
need to.
Maybelline one?
It was Maybelline, but I can't remember the shade.
Is it?
I'll find out.
She'll hit you back.
Amber, I always tend, so when the makeup artist, when they ask me, especially because there's so many different shades of red,
Yeah.
of what I prefer, I go towards the blues over the oranges for red. I love, is it the cooler? That'd be called the cooler reds and the warmer, or what is that? I just always ask when they're more the blue tones and the orange tones. I prefer that.
And I like when like if I see apple in the description,
Yeah,
that usually gets me because it's a bright red, which always
it's a bright.
like I
Mhm.
feel like looks pretty on my the coloring of my face.
Well, the one that I used to wear forever, and I still will wear, is that NARS. It's a pencil though. It's like
Oh yeah, I know which one.
the dragon one.
Gwen Stefani also has a good red that you and I like.
And Gwen Stefani is a good one. But I was wearing Maybelline the whole week.
Yeah.
So being a new partner with them, we the girl that did my makeup for Saturday was the one who did my makeup for the Maybelline commercial.
Yeah.
And so she had my red from the commercial.
Oh,
And
amazing.
that's what we threw on. Yeah, I'll find out what shade.
Oh, that's great. Well, I have to say, it was so much fun being in the suite for SummerSlam. I don't know the last time I really got to watch like that as a fan, if ever.
I know.
It was so much
Right?
fun. Like to be able to eat, make myself a drink, sit and just like watch and have fun. Like it was so incredible.
This is the one thing about WWE. Like, if you love sporting events, which you and I do,
We love
okay,
it.
we also are wrestling fans, but let's just take that part out. We love to watch sports. We're not diehard hockey fans, but you and I love to go to a hockey game.
Yeah.
We're obviously diehard football fans. But even when we go basketball, I'm not a diehard basketball fan. I was when I was young, but like I still love to go to a game and I enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
WWE is exactly the same. You do not have to be a fan to enjoy it. And if anything, it's almost more fun because the wrestlers are characters and you get a boo and you get a cheer and you get surprises. It's not like we're following the rules of like what the game is. There are no rules. people are making up their own rules, and then there's all the stipulations. So for us, it's just a whole other level of like having fun at a
Yeah.
sporting event. But I agree with you, Brie. Like I did not want that. I didn't want it to end.
I
I
didn't
want I
either.
wanted more matches.
Me
I was
too.
like having so much fun. And the ending of Saturday night too. When we all so Punk won, we were happy, and as we're all heading back up in the suite, and when Rollins' music hit, like that feeling, even for
It was
us, for
incredible.
everyone around us, yeah, we all run back down, and everyone's like, "Oh, that was like so fun to be a part of in the crowd." Um, because I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" And Uso's entrance because it happened to be
Oh,
right by your suite. How amazing
that
was
was
that?
so good.
That was cool.
So good.
So yeah, I was super excited. But I agree with you. And just one, we had the best bartender ever.
He was
I still,
so good. And how
I know I
and
was
he
so
was
sad he didn't have Venmo.
I
He only
know.
had Zelle, and I don't have Zelle. But I mean, obviously, DraftKings took care of him like no other. But you guys, he was this sweet old man, and he happened to be the best bartender ever. He was
Ever.
making us the best margaritas. And can we just talk about how cool it was to see Bonita Bonita there?
I mean,
Was that not like a dream come
yeah, it
true,
kind of feels
Brie?
like full circle, you know? Because
I agree.
it's when you see those like two of your worlds collide together, two industries you worked really hard at, and you see them together. There's something really special about that.
I know, you just kind of feel accomplished, and you take that second of being like, no, this is like the 20 years I worked really hard for, like, is
Hmm.
to have these kind of accomplishments to sit here and be, yes, a 41.5-year-old woman, and to see, a division you helped get to be a part of and building,
Right.
and then to see your wine and to hang out with the either women like Maxine who looked up to you and are there because of you, or to be with Natty who we started with and got to enjoy those moments with as well.
Right.
It's just, you're right, so full circle. I think that's what made us have even more fun, and we didn't even realize in that suite, because there was a lot of full circle moments for us. Wouldn't you
Oh, for
agree?
sure. Definitely. And just like good energy from everyone in there. Like
Yeah.
everyone
And
was excited, everyone was having fun, and that adds so much.
yes. And so how did it make you feel? Because, there's been so much talk, and I know you've already talked about this on your solo episode. How did it feel being there live at a WWE event?
I loved it. I had so much
Right.
fun. You know, this
Yeah.
is the thing is that I'm very much in a place in my life like I don't know, like I'm having fun. I couldn't be more content where I'm at. So like I'm not bitter, I'm not upset. There's nothing like that. It's I actually loved watching it as a fan. I had so much fun. And like
I
granted like
know.
any wrestler who shows up and watches a live event, you yearn for it, you miss it. But it's great to have that feeling. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I walked away like being like, "Oh, that was awesome." I'm like
Yeah.
literally I'm going to be like, "DraftKings, let's do another let's do
Let's do every pay-per-view,
yeah,
please.
I'm
I
like
would I would
Survivor
be at
Series
every
San Diego
PLE. Oh my gosh. I would do every obviously every live PLE like
for
that,
sure.
to come up with a cute outfit, to just have fun and watch, to do a live show before,
Right.
interact with the fans. I mean, that is life. That is
That is
fun.
so fun.
To
And
experience, whatever city it's in.
exactly. Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's really cool. Well, Brie, what was really fun is, so Brie and I shared a room all week, of course.
Obviously.
Obviously. Um, but what was really cool is like I loved seeing you prep for your Hi, My Name is Brie show, because, and I know, let's dive into that, because you did some filming in New York City and you had an incredible special guest. But I just want to say, like, because obviously I know you better than anyone and I know you so well, like, I feel your excitement with this series, and I feel your love and your passion. Like in my head, I was like, oh, shoot, this is something big right here. Like, because not only is it doing incredible on the YouTube channel, so thank you for that,
Well,
because
thank
your
you.
success is also my success. And so you are helping
Oops,
revamp that YouTube channel that we've been wanting to do. But it's also made me really proud of you, and also be like, she's found her thing right now in this era of
for
her
sure.
life. Like, I felt your excitement even when you were prepping. I saw the care and the passion for it. and you talking about future episodes and things you wanted to do. And then it was fun to hear you say, like, oh my gosh, this person just DM me and they're like people that you're touching people that you never thought you would.
For
Your
sure.
reach is like going beyond the Bella Army, beyond the WWE universe, beyond Total Bellas, beyond E. And I was like sitting there. I just wanted to tell you that I was like, damn, and I'm really proud of
Well,
you.
thank you.
And it's fun to see. And I want to dive into about who you shot with at
Yeah.
Central Park.
It's been amazing doing the series. When I kind of talked about doing it, I was like, will this work or not? Because I didn't, I sometimes like feel like people who want to save the planet are like the biggest villains in the world. Like, you know what I
Which
mean?
is so
It's
funny.
so,
Even
yeah.
though I do think that is changing
For sure, it definitely
finally.
is. It definitely is. But
Yeah.
hippies used to be like, I was like, damn, like you were scared to say you were one. But it's been so much fun. The people who've come out of the woodworks, but also I think for me, it's been the easiest thing I've ever done because I love it so much. And what it
Yeah.
is, it's my everyday life. So I don't have to
Right.
really stop and like think hard about it, or even the prepping. The prepping's different because it's something I love so much. So it's so
Mhm.
fun. And I was lucky enough. So when I'm on the board for Emma, which is the Environmental Media Association. And I was telling them I was going to New York and there was some stuff I want to do. And they're like, well, on our Young Hollywood board sits this actress, Gabrielle Nevea. And, she's from Nickelodeon's All That, the hit show, My Girl, Lele. And she's now the lead actress on Stranger Things Broadway show.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so she's 20 years old, Nicole. And when I spoke to her, I was like, this is an old soul. But the way she spoke, I'm
Mm.
like,
Well, to your point, because when I was leaving for my appearance and I got to meet her and her mom in the lobby, I felt that from her.
yeah,
And her mom is incredible, but I was like, "Oh wow, she comes off um so much more mature than her age, but like speaks so well. Like you could feel the old soul in her and you see it
for
in a
sure.
beautiful way."
And like I was like, okay, I have that Bella grammar, so
Oh
but
gosh, give yourself
no, I know.
credit.
But we had a wonderful conversation. We talked a lot about the importance of urban parks and why cities
Mhm.
need them. Not only, I mean, well, I don't want to say not only because it is one of the most important things, but mental health, but also these cities need to breathe. Like people need to breathe. And in
Yeah.
order to do that, you need trees, you need plants, you need bees, butterflies, birds. Like
Yeah.
in order for us to truly exist in this world and thrive, we need nature, we need
Yeah.
animal. And sometimes our egos are so much bigger than that human that we forget we're part of that circle. So we talked about the importance of Central Park, but also throughout the whole world, how important parks are for people who live in these big cities.
They really are.
Yeah, and you have to fight for them because they do try to slowly take them away. You really have to fight for them. And she's into sustainable fashion, and it was really neat to hear what hit her. You'll have to go to my
Mm.
series and listen, and what made her really want to make the big step. And obviously, a lot of it was over consuming, looking in her closet one day and being like, "Why do I have all this? What do I have?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
what is And so
That's kind of how I started to
yeah,
feel.
so she started a sustainable fashion line where she gets old jean jackets and old baby blankets, and she puts them together. And so right
How
now, it's so cute.
cute.
She has to put it on pause right now because her Broadway schedule's like insane. Like we thought we
Yeah,
were
Broadway's
busy,
no
no
joke.
joke.
Oh, Broadway's no joke.
But it was really fun because I wanted to support her and go to the Stranger Things Broadway. You know me, I've been to a lot of Broadways. I'm like a nerd for all that. It might be the best Broadway I've ever seen. The
Wow.
special
I was so bummed I couldn't go meet you guys.
It was unreal. And Netflix obviously is putting it on. They put a lot of money into it, and they even
Okay, can you tell everyone how much money you heard that they put into it?
well, I heard from one of the security guards there that they put in like 45 million, which I believe it. It was literally
Yeah.
one of the greatest Broadways. I mean, not only their acting, which the Tony Awards better nominate Gabrielle for. an award. I know the lead actor is nominated, but she better be because she was so unreal. The acting was like through the roof. The special effects were on a different level to where I'm like, how do they do that? Like, how are they doing that?
Yeah.
So if you're in New York, you have to go watch Stranger Things. And you know what? I only
Yes.
watched the first season because I was so scared. But Maddie, my
Mhm.
cousin who was with me, she like is obsessed with Stranger Things. So she like told me everything. This is the prequel that's going into season 5, I think.
Hmm.
Something like I can't remember. But she broke it down to me. So I felt like I followed really easily. But even if you don't know the story, it's mind-blowing. Everything. But
Wow.
Nicole, because you like conspiracy theories, you need to
Yeah,
do,
love him.
yeah, this is based on the Philadelphia one with the military, and then something where then they started testing kids in
Oh,
Utah. No,
really?
it's a huge conspiracy theory. Maddie was telling me about it, and like
I didn't know
you can go in
that.
a deep hole with it. Yeah, it deals with like testing military, like on crazy
Oh.
things, and that's what they are. Like this kid, I don't. It was unreal, but you should.
Oh my
Their whole
gosh, I'm
opening
gonna.
scene, I was just like, what? I mean, they blew me away.
Wow.
Yeah,
I love that. Well, Brie, to one, I need to go watch that. And it's funny because I was the same as you. I got into season 1 and then I was like getting scared.
yeah.
So
I started getting
maybe I'll
nightmares.
have to go back to that. And then when you and I always end up in New York in the fall. For some reason, somehow we always do.
Yeah,
And then maybe I could go watch it then. I
I'll
still
go.
really want to do the Gilded Age
Yes,
museum
museum.
with you, but
Yeah, I'll go
go
watch it
back
with
with
you
me.
because it's so good. I would
Um
love to see it again. I mean, I
yes.
was.
Okay,
I
good.
mean, when it ended and it went long, I wasn't ready for it to be done. I was,
Oh,
and then it was cool
really?
because Gabrielle brought us back. Now you can't go on the stage, but like where they get dressed and like other things. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was like really neat.
Oh,
And
I love
yeah, and I was
that.
just so impressed just by her work ethic and everything she's done at 20. Like, it's really fascinating. And
Oh.
just her, you know what I loved she said?
Hmm.
We don't need to know the answers, but it's about teaching yourself. That's really the first step into activism is like just starting to learn. And
100.
so like when you're looking at all the news, let's say, or just living life and something is bothering you. You watch and you go, "Why can't it be like this? Can't they do it like that?" Start to educate yourself on that topic and you might f- be that might be
Yeah,
your thing to stand up and use your voice
right.
for and start
I
to, be an activist for.
yeah. I mean, I agree with you. And even if it's like, okay, I don't want to be an activist, but I want to start to have more of a green heart because I'm seeing where the world's at and I want it to be better when I leave it. Um, I started, so like when you talk about Mother Nature and the importance, and me, this lawn I've been working on. And like, even when someone goes, well, it doesn't get enough sun over here. So, like, it's just, you need to put in fake, and I won't give up. So, I started to just watch videos on like, how do you save a dead lawn and like, what's the best for it?
Right.
So, I was out there, you'd be proud, last night doing the fertilizer. And okay, Brie, you've known how the past 2 weeks I've been really hardcore with it, maybe three.
Yeah,
The dead part, guess what?
it's alive.
This morning, because I always start to go and like I always like to put my feet in the grass, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it because I've been bringing Mateo out there, and I'm
Right.
like, it's just there's something about it. There's starting to be new green
But
grass
this
coming
is
through the dead,
yeah.
and I'm like, see, I knew like people just wanted to tear it up and be like,
But Nicole, that
whatever,
is
and
activism. You're being active. You're
oh, I thought that
you don't
kind
need
of
to
meant
go
like I
to
have to go use my
rallies and
voice.
hold a
Oh,
banner. Granted, that helps out a lot. And that
mm-hmm.
is definitely an activist in some
Yeah,
people's eyes, but overall, no. It's researching and wanting to have a solution to a problem. That's what you
right,
did. So you activated.
okay.
So what you
And
did.
there were bees on my
And
lawn,
you're doing
so the
it
bees were
and you're
happy.
doing it from a good place. Like do you know what I
Yes,
mean? Like you didn't like it's not vanity, it's not like selfish reasons. Like you're connected to nature and that's where you want nature to thrive. And that's what you
100.
have to remember. But you know, some fans sent some
I
questions
wanted to
in.
ask you. Yeah, I was going to ask you these. I would love to hear about pest control and any feeders you use to keep the plants healthy. That was at Lady and the Fox 74 on
Oh
YouTube. So this
shoot.
comes from your series, Brie.
Yeah. So what's really neat is to keep my plants healthy. I have episodes coming up later on this summer, or I guess it'll be more like September time, but called soil snacks and things to look for, like to know if you have healthy soil. And then obviously
Oh, I love
yeah,
that.
when plants die, we're realizing the soil is not healthy. Everyone always kind of thinks it's the way I planted. I overwatered, which
Not enough water,
yeah,
sun,
I mean,
right. Yeah.
which there are things
Yeah,
like that.
those are components of it
But
for sure.
first thing is your soil healthy? And you guys kind of saw me do this banana tea on my Instagram. Well, I go deep into an episode of all the different soil snacks. So we're talking about like coffee grinds, banana peels, banana tea. We're talking, eggshells, and there's like different little things. And this is, you really, if you do the research and you want to do all natural ways, um, you'll start to find like where you can get to the root and kind of just figure out how to make your soil healthy. Now, when we talk about pest control, I know someone else kind of has a question too on that. Um, you know, so I'm going to kind of blend to Nicole what at DML1383 said about, because people right now, it's tomato season. We're all growing
Yeah, it
tomatoes like
is. I need
crazy.
to pick mine. I have
Yeah.
so many
So,
tomatoes
how to
right
keep
now.
the bugs away, but not using harmful chemicals. And this deals with pest control as well. You guys, companion plants are the biggest thing. We have a lot of lavender and basil. That's going to keep mosquitoes, other like little pesty bugs away. But the biggest thing, and it's weird that you can go to the nursery and buy this, but is getting ladybugs. It's always hard on me to go buy them at the store, but I do it. I buy them at the nursery, and I put ladybugs. And you got to really read the directions because there's certain times you got to let your ladybugs out. But your ladybugs, they're going to eat those, like especially with your tomatoes, those little bugs. I mean, they're going to eat them all up right there. And how cute are ladybugs too? And they're happy. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
they're
didn't
our
know
biggest
that.
ladybugs. Keep all the bad little bugs away, especially from your tomatoes. All that ladybugs are important to have. And then actually, when you're putting coffee grinds and the eggshells in your soil, not only are you making
Mhm.
your soil healthy and the worms are happy, but it's going to kind of make beetles not want to come, slugs. It's going to keep them out of your garden beds. I've seen people on TikTok and even YouTube like put together like cool like natural concoctions. I haven't done that yet because I haven't needed it, but definitely I'd do that. And listen, your local nursery, the people there so knowledgeable, and I've gone there so many
Mhm.
times being like, I need all natural, like nothing whatever, what could help with this or this, and like they're awesome.
Yeah. Well, and to speak a little bit to the modern day person, because I'm someone who wants I don't want bees to die in my yard
No.
due to pest control, but I also don't want certain I know some of the dangerous spiders that can live around vineyards and all that. So I don't want that in my home, especially with Mateo or myself. So this is what I do. There's you got to do your research, but there are certain pest control companies that try to be as green as they can. And so I have one where I get the greenest form that you can. It's still a chemical, but it's the greenest. And I was a very strict, like the first time the person came here, very strict about I just want it sprayed in these places. I do not them want on these plants. Please be careful, my bees. And I was just I had to like really walk through it with them. And then I could tell that all of a sudden there was a new person one day, like it was like a year into it, and the spraying got a little out of control. And I called the company and I was like, "Hey, did someone new come?" And we had that discussion. And I said, "Yes, I can tell they like sprayed in places they shouldn't have." And I could see it on I saw it on my lavender.
That's sad.
Um, and then everything went back to normal. And so I think that's just get specific with your pest control. I make sure it only does the house. I do it every other month. and I
Well, let
make
me
sure
tell you,
it's
you have thriving plants outside and things are like nature's doing their thing. Spiders want to be outside and not in. But
until
if
it
you
gets
got a
cold. I
lot
feel like
of,
some of them wanna sneak on in here.
no,
I'm
I
like,
think
"All
it's like
right."
there's a lot of chemicals outside. They're going to find their way where they can breathe. But,
Oh.
but this is
But I
also,
literally they don't have and I guess I don't really get a lot in my house.
right.
So whether that's the pest control that I get, that's just it's more of the borderline of my house where they could come through and for ants
Yeah.
too, because we get so many ants in wine country. But I mean, I do see the spider webs all over everywhere
We
else.
have spider webs
Not in
everywhere. It's
my
crazy.
home, but yeah, they're like everywhere.
But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. You'll be able to research. You'll be able to find some things. I mean, there's an amazing solution for everything. But I will say this: what's convenient? Throwing chemicals on things quick. But we don't need
Yeah.
quick. Life doesn't need to
We
be
don't need
quick.
quick.
We
No.
had an issue at the tasting room with wasp, and the guy's like, "Well, I can throw a chemical on it and they'll just die." And I go, "Well, what's a natural solution?" And he goes, "Smoking them out, but that takes a bit." I go, "What's a bit?" He's like, "Couple hours." I got a couple hours.
Yeah.
Got a couple hours. They're not bugging anyone. They're just like all around the trash can and like
Right.
they can be aggressive, but we got hours. So smoke them out. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
Totally.
it's like that's the one thing that is like convenience has been a huge killer to our planet. We got to let go
Yeah.
of convenience. We don't need
Right.
convenience. We need to live
Yep.
healthy and in a healthy planet. And doesn't everyone want slow days? Like slow days are beautiful. Let's like start
It's
to
beautiful.
like condition ourselves, make it a habit that things take time. That the to-do
Right.
list isn't going to be done in one day. It's going to be done in a week,
I
you
agree.
know?
I mean, amen to that.
Yeah. Well, that's my
It's
little rant on that.
no. Well, Bree, everyone make sure to check out Bree's series if you haven't yet on our YouTube channel called This Is Bree. More
Hi, my
episodes
name
to
is
come.
Bree. How do you always
Sorry.
F up?
Hola, my name is Bree. No, yes. Hi, my name is Bree. I'm sorry. So make sure to go check it out. And Bree, there's a few more events I want to talk about before we get into our inspiration affirmation. First we got to talk about we touched a little bit on Bonita Bonita being at MetLife Stadium, but we got to also talk about Bonita Bonita being at the wine library in New
Yeah,
Jersey. How crazy was that when we had to cancel the event?
I
I
know.
mean, I was like, wait, are we about to get hit with the tornado,
Or
with
floods.
flooding?
I know it's always hard to cancel an event, but at the end of the day, everyone's safety is the most important thing,
Oh, definitely.
which is why we canceled. I mean, when you have a governor doing a state of emergency, you have to take that
Can't have
serious.
people yeah, you can't have people
Yeah.
standing in line
And
waiting for
the
wine.
one thing I did read that a big mistake people do is you think a street isn't as flooded as it is. And then you start to drive thinking you can easily drive through. And then you realize how deep it is. And that's how cars
Yeah.
can start to float away. So yeah, I mean, I think we made the greatest decision. And for
Yes, we
everyone,
did.
I was supposed to leave Sunday morning, but I was like felt so bad. So I, extended my trip to be able to make it Monday. I mean, I had fun. I got to go to the Broadway Sunday, hang out in Central Park,
Yeah.
get a tattoo.
And it was really cool to be at the wine library. That place is incredible, and to see that our wine is there. So, I know someone had asked Selena in New Jersey asked about how she couldn't make it to the event at the wine library, and how does she get her hands on some Bonita Bonita on the East Coast? Well, hey, wine library, we're stocked up.
Yep.
So head there, New Jersey. Hopefully, we'll be opening it up in some other places because we now are working with
Yeah.
a really badass distributor there. So we're trying to get
Tell them also you guys want
throughout
our
the East.
bubbles and you want some of our other goodies.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Weekopaw coming up. And sadly, which I'll be making that announcement, it's in 2 Fridays. 2
No,
no,
no.
by the time it'll be this Friday. By
Right.
the time this
Right.
comes out.
Oh my God.
I know. And I unfortunately won't be able to make it. So it'll just be Bree hosting solo. She's stepping in for me because I have something that I have to do with Mateo that I can't miss.
Yeah.
That's priority. So
And
um
brother
which thank you,
brother
Bree, for
Bella
that.
will be there. JJ will
Brother Bella,
He's bringing some
you
friends.
are Claire,
Yeah, we have some,
Molly, Michelle. You're gonna have a good
yeah,
crew.
good crew. And my last one I did in Arizona, we had so much fun. We're gonna have 5 courses. I'm pairing a wine with each course. Going to talk a little bit about it. We're literally going to drink and have some fun. And it's a great time.
I love that. That's gonna be so much fun. So it's just and we can't we won't say anything yet till everything's locked in, but Bree and I just got such like a lot more great news about Bonita Bonita for Nevada, and I'm like, wow, it's just it's crazy. You've all been on this journey with us, and it's crazy when things start connecting. And thank you guys. Bonita Bonita for us has been about 8 years, 8 years of hard work.
Yeah.
Bree and I, we've had employees come in and out, but like it really has been one of our companies that is so hands on. Bree and I do everything financially. That's why we've started out small, and now we're just starting to see this growth. And look, it's not an overnight success. This is almost a decade into it, and now we're getting these bigger deals, and we have these incredible employees, and it's just like, whoa, this is really like happening,
Mhm.
and it's amazing to
It
see.
really is.
So, isn't it?
Yeah, it's it's one of those things when they tell you when you start to see like growth and something
Yeah.
growing, it just kind of takes you back. You're just like, whoa, like this is happening. Like we're doing this. And
Right. Oh my god, I agree.
it's been amazing.
And we got to talk about Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah. I loved it.
It's I mean, what's crazy is like people are like best promo of the year. Becky burned me, lit me up. Everyone's
She
like
did.
best burn of the year. It's crazy like all the media it's made, which these are the moments we want,
For
right?
sure.
And think of me. That was day 11 of having this crazy schedule. And I had told myself, especially because I'm still getting used to being up that late. So think when I walked out, it was almost 10 p.m. And I got to start to figure out like, I need to talk to like some AI advice to device to be like, hey, so how do we stay looking good and fresh
I know.
when
I
it
always
hits
feel like I
10
become a
o'clock after being in
pumpkin.
makeup all day? Well, it's my eyes, my all for the moms, you guys will understand this, and Brie, you know this. You know how our tummies will be so tight, and then it's weird because towards the end of the night, what I realize is this like what I like to call the baby skin part, like that's in the middle of the tummy around the belly button. It just gets kind of
It
loose.
does.
And I'll go do some abs and I'm like, "Wait, so I have to go to sleep for you to get tight?" But that's
Yeah.
okay. Someone did tell me put preparation H on it and that could help. So I'm going to try
Will that
that
not burn you?
this week. No, I guess it can tighten the skin for like a few hours. I guess it's really great. So I'm going to try that because my skin will be so tight earlier and won't even eat. And it just naturally loosens.
Wow.
But I had to give. It was one of those moments being run down, feeling this energy, being 11 days straight where I was like, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to give it all I have. I'm going to leave everything on that mat, knowing that all I have to do is get on a flight and recharge till I
Yeah.
get to Teo. And that was like more and bigger than I could expect. I mean, one, I just let that Brooklyn crowd.
I mean, they're
It
always so good.
They're always so amazing. They are just one of my favorite crowds, and with the Brooklyn crowd, we have something. We have I've had we both have had such iconic moments in there and matches, and then I just think of that time I came back from my broken neck and surprised everyone, was there. It's just Brooklyn, we have a lot of great memories, and, but that was so much fun. That burn, it's funny because I love it. My Bella Army, and I want you all to know I've been seeing it online. They've all been tweeting me like really good burns to go back at
I
Becky.
love it.
So I've been saving
Oh, that's
them
good.
because I'm gonna need them. I truly feel like right now I'm in this like rocky era, like an underdog era.
Yeah.
And I haven't been in that underdog era for a really, really long time. And it's kind of cool to be there because all I have to do is climb up, is to keep fighting my way up. And it's kind of cool to be back in this underdog era because of the expectation or where I'm at. And it's like kind of cool that all I have to do is show up and give my best and impress and have the crowd behind me and fight for this.
I
And
love
I
it.
want to fight hard for it. So everyone please keep continuing to send me in some really good burns and
I gotta think of some.
to Becky, because I need after that one she hit me with about John, I was
It
like,
was good.
"Oh,
I wasn't
shit."
ex
Oh, and the yes chant,
yeah,
by the way.
I wasn't expecting it, that John burn, and I was like, "Wow, that was
Yeah.
really good." Yeah, and I love
Yep.
seeing the
That
yes
was
chant for sure.
I know I did it too fast
That's okay.
when I joined in, but I was
You were
like,
worked up.
it yeah, I was worked up. I was so excited and it was just I've been on like a high since
Yeah.
that Raw. It's been great. And I know someone commented, Nikki, you're an OG. You can't keep having people punch you like you not that girl. I'm about tired of
Uh-huh.
this. That's at I love Kizzy. Oh, well, your girl's just warming
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So this is because someone else wrote, I need Nikki to bring back her heel divas champ vibe back. Just keep watching.
Ooh, okay.
Just keep that's all I can say.
Okay.
Just keep watching. You know, this is what's a great example, and this is what
What?
I love about our business, and I feel like a lot of us OGs do this. Rollins fooled us all. Like
For sure.
he was at Evolution back there
Oh, I
all
know.
I had a almost a 30-minute conversation with him about his knee. And he's like, "Yeah, it's the same one. This feels worse, but
Wow.
it gave me a good 10 years."
He was
No.
committed.
I I couldn't believe the whole thing. Like I felt so bad for him
Mhm.
because we feel
I remember
bad,
you
but
telling me.
right? But this is what I love about the long storytelling because nothing's more fun to look back at moments and be like, "Oh my gosh, I missed that, but
Right.
that took me here." And that is the beauty of our business because a lot of the times nowadays, like when you're talking about overstimulation and I'm here and I'm there and I feel like I have ADD, it's even I kind of feel like that's how we kind of storytell now, even in wrestling or wherever it may be. Everything's about like we know everything that day and that night. Like we're just living day by day. We don't have the long storytelling anymore. And so you realize how much we still need it and fans thrive on it when you see stuff like Rollins. Like
For sure.
it felt so great to be shocked, like to not expect it. It's being unpredictable. Like that was amazing. So, well, sister, do you have some
I
inspo,
do. I
inspiration, affirmation for
I do,
us?
and I love Rumi. Rumi or is it Rummy?
Rummy.
Rummy?
Yeah,
I thought this
I
one was
believe
really
so.
good, especially coming off today's episode of everything we've been talking about. But
Yeah.
let the beauty of what you love be what you do. And I agree,
Mm.
and um, I feel like when you can find what you love and then you can figure out that it's what you do, life is just, it feels like there's a purpose for sure.
There it does. And it's weird because what I've noticed is times when I really want to rest, which don't get me wrong, the past few days I've really had to let my
Yeah.
body
Oh, God.
rest. I mean, look at my unders. I've been sleeping so hard, but and taking naps during the day when, Mateo's at camp, I've just let my body rest. But the times that I don't need to, what I've getting into my lawn, because sometimes I could be like, oh, do I really want to do that? I have found I love watering now. I love looking out at the vineyards and I love seeing the wind come by and I look at my yard and I see my butterflies or my bees or kids playing or Mateo's always with me
Right.
playing when I do it. And I've realized how much I love it. It makes me outside. I love it. I love how my feet feel. I look at Mateo swinging. We're just playing, or he's building some rock thing, or when it's his time to water, he's just shooting it high up in the sky. Or, last night, Brie, and this will give you memories because it reminded me a lot of our childhood. But I was watering and it was a really warm day yesterday. And it's in the evening. So, sometimes those warm, like Arizona evenings, and Mateo kept wanting to run through my hose. He goes again, and I would like lift it up and I'd get him. But the smell of the grass and how the water would hit us and the feel, it took me so back into like
That's
elementary
amazing.
school days of us in the summers or at soccer practice when we go run through the sprinklers, like when we'd be hot. It was like it immediately like just hit me with all that. I'm like, one, I'm glad that my son's getting these core memories
For
because of what
sure.
I'm feeling right now, but, like, I wouldn't have done that if I didn't start to get a passion of, like, "My lawn is not dead. I'm gonna grow that." You know what I mean? So it just kind of reminds me of what you just kind of hit us with,
Yeah,
and like the importance of just get off that couch and go do it.
for sure. And I think
So,
you never know what will come from it. I've
right.
always loved nature. Everyone's known that, and gardening, and now I have my own YouTube series. And that's been over a
Yeah.
decade of like, just doing something for a passion. And so yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, we hope you all had an incredible weekend and you all have such a great week. And thank you for tuning in. Make sure to always like and subscribe and share this. And you could catch all our videos of the Nikki and Brie Show either on our IG page, TikTok, Facebook, and of course, the Nikki and Brie Show is also on SiriusXM Stars 109. And how much we love also grabbing your questions off of social media. Make sure to also call us at 833 Garcia too. Whether it's stuff you want to talk about on future episodes, questions you may have, questions for Bree. Make sure
For
again to check out
Nikki.
Hi, my name is Bree on our YouTube channel, or any questions for me. Bell Army, keep showing up. Thank you for all the love and support you all have been giving me as of late at WWE and Monday Night Raw. It means so
So
much.
much.
So, yeah. So until next time, y'all have a great week.
Bye.